For the first time in 172 years in Dane County's history, a black woman was appointed to the circuit court.
My name is Nia Enemuoh-Trammell, and I currently work as a circuit court judge for the Dane County Circuit Court.
When the news first broke out that the first black Dane County Circuit Court judge was appointed by Governor Evers, it went viral, gaining attention throughout Wisconsin. Judge Trammell became the first black female judge appointed in Wisconsin outside of Milwaukee County, the sixth black judge in Wisconsin's history.
So I graduated from law school in 1998, and after that I went to work for a private law firm in Madison, Wisconsin for about 9 years, civil litigation, so I was in court trying cases before judges. And then after that I became an administrative law judge for the state of Wisconsin. And while I was there, I was promoted to senior administrative law judge. At about my 11th year, I took a job with the Tony Evers administration, serving as the deputy secretary at the Department of Safety and Professional Services. And in that job, I was the functional equivalent of a chief operating officer for that agency. So there were about 200 employees that I supervised with our department secretary. And then about a year and a half after I took that job, the governor appointed me as a circuit court judge for Dane County.
After she got her degree, she started her career at Michael Best and Frederick as a trial attorney. Her job consisted of discrimination cases, business disputes, and intellectual property matters.
They were a regional law firm, so they had a high volume of work, and they had very sophisticated work. So to say the least, as an associate attorney in that position, I was very busy. The work was challenging, and it also gave me the opportunity to appear in the courtroom and to engage with clients of all sorts. So I worked with large companies, small companies, I worked with individuals. But what I liked most about that job is that no day was ever the same. So there were challenges that presented at every turn, and it was a great training ground for me, and I learned a lot being able to work in one of the bigger law firms in the state of Wisconsin.
Every day, she's in the courtroom, problem solving and aiding people who are in contact with the court system. But the average week for her keeps her on her toes.
My average week is filled with cases and interactions with people in Dane County. So not a day goes by when I am not handling a hearing, either in juvenile court or assisting with our civil court system. So I'm working with juveniles, social workers, lawyers, and parents as well. And then with my civil cases, I'm working with corporations and individuals and the attorneys that represent them. And again, no two cases really ever the same. So I'm generally in my courtroom listening to people make arguments and make requests, and then I'm making decisions about how and what should happen with that case.
Being a judge has come at a cost for her, impacting both her family and her social life.
Being a mother of 3 children and also being a career person can sometimes be a challenge. And I know that in my role as an administrative law judge, I had to travel quite a bit because the judges were sort of on a traveling circuit across the state of Wisconsin. And so that was probably one of the biggest sacrifices of my career, because 3 to 4 days out of the week, I would be traveling, and sometimes it was overnight, and that meant that I missed a lot of milestones for my children. And I also had to tuck them into bed at night using non-traditional means like an iPhone or a telephone call or video conferencing. So that was really a challenge, and probably one of the biggest sacrifices that I've had to make. And being a judge requires you to be impartial and to judge cases fairly. I think you also have to be careful in terms of your public persona, and you're not allowed to take, political positions. You're not allowed to be controversial or raise issues regarding social matters unless it really has to do with the court. And so it has a way of not necessarily silencing you as a person, but it makes you be a little more cognizant about how your personal views could impact how people view your performance as a judge, because everyone wants to be able to walk into your courtroom and feel that they're getting a fair shake. And so if there is something about your beliefs that would lead people to believe otherwise, that upsets the system. And so that is a sacrifice that as a judge we have to make.
All things considered, Judge Trammell has some sage advice for anyone interested in going into law school and becoming a lawyer.
Well, for anyone who is interested in being a lawyer, the first thing I would say is make sure that you have a passion for it, because it's no easy task to accomplish. I will be very honest. Law school can be very intense. There's a lot of reading, there's a lot of critical thinking, and I was the first lawyer in my family, so I didn't have anyone to necessarily look up to or to help me understand how to be the best student that I could be. So I think, if you want to be a lawyer, it would be very important for you to try and connect early with people who are in that profession to serve as mentors for you. I think for me, when I was in law school, I did connect with a judge in the community, and that person kept me motivated and helped me connect with people and resources. And by the time I got out of law school, I was able to find a job in this community. And that person ended up serving as a mentor for me as I was a young lawyer, and he actually motivated me to become a judge.
Representation matters. It's important for the court to have people from all backgrounds serve as judge. It allows for people to bring their life experiences and understanding of the community and issues when resolving cases that change people's lives. Judge Trammell brings a unique perspective as a Black woman to the court. You can find more about her and support her at www.judgeniatrammell.com.